In the beginning of this week's Parshat Toldot, the Torah tells us that Yitzchak prayed that his wife Rivka should conceive a child, L'nochach ishto, opposite his wife. What does this mean? Rashi explains that both Yitzchak and Rivka were praying for a child, but they prayed in opposite corners. L'nochach ishto is then telling us that about their physical locations, that they prayed in opposite corners of the room. As is often the case, Rashi's comments demand a further explanation that goes beyond the surface. Why is this important for the pasuk to highlight? What lesson is there for us to learn from the fact that they prayed in opposite corners? We can suggest that the Torah is teaching us a lesson in how to approach tefillah, prayer. There is a value in halacha and in Judaism of seeing ourselves as part of a group and identifying with others. And we pray as a community. We have common ambitions, goals, and concerns, and so even pray with the same text. However, fundamentally, prayer is an individual phenomenon. In other words, prayer consists of an individual standing in front of God and having an individual private talk with God in which they reflect on their own situation, their own feelings and needs, and strengthen their relationship with God by realizing their own dependence on God. That's what it means that tefillah is called avodah shebalev, worship of the heart. That prayer is essentially an internal activity that takes place in the thought and emotions of a person. In this sense, we can't truly pray together with others, other than in an external manner. The actions may look the same on the outside, and that certainly has value, but the ultimate purpose is found in the internal thoughts and reflections of the person who's praying. Yitzchak and Rivka are teaching us this idea. Though they prayed for the same thing, they both wanted a child who would carry on the mission of developing a nation that would teach and live according to the ideas of monotheism. Their individual prayers, meaning what moved them, how it impacted them, and their own relationship with God, was something they had to experience as individuals. That is why they were in separate corners, to separate their activities of prayer as individual expressions that bring their entire personalities to the fore and place it in front of God. This is an example of what avodah shebalev means. May we learn from the examples of our avot and imahot so that we merit that God answer our prayers. Shabbat Shalom.